how to stay productive at home. So very good question. I think a lot of us, like I said earlier, are either remote workers, work at home, have a small office, a small team. So a lot of this comes together. It's just like anywhere else you would work. A lot of these working at home strategies is a lot like working in the office, but the upside, and this to me is really awesome, is you have so much more control over your environment for the most case. I will say that is for me. Maybe it's not for you, but I find that most people, you're able to really take control and optimize where you're at because you can. And so don't forget about that. You know, sometimes we get locked in the pattern of, oh, I've got to do this, or there's this going on. But if you're at working from home or remotely, you are in control of your environment, and that is awesome. So I would say that the first thing you should do is don't forget the basics. Do your daily review, all right? Whatever that is for yourself, review your goals, you know, review your calendar, go through any your, if you have project management software, go through there, prioritize, get your day going, plan it out, and get started. And then circling back to where I started, deal with your distractions. If you're working at home, you own that environment. So do everything you can. If there's other people there, just like a regular work environment, then do what you should do. Talk to them and say, hey, you know, for this is just me as for an example, between 6 and 11 a.m., I am super productive. You know, I'd appreciate it if, you know, you kept distractions or noise to a minimum. And, you know, if it's important, of course, you know, you can ping me, and, you know, whether that's your husband or wife or kids, you know, at least saying that to them. A lot of times we forget that, like, we need to say this. People don't just understand that. And I did that too when I worked for a company as an engineer. I'd say, hey, you know, talk to my engineering supervisor and said, look, I'm going to put on headphones. I like putting on some like white noise music. You know, I'll leave it off one ear so, you know, people, or I can hear if someone's asking for me. But I was like, I really appreciate it. Would it be okay if I had a couple hours in the mornings where I could kind of dive in and do my daily stuff? Because if I concentrate, it gets done much faster, and then I'm, you know, available for the rest of the day and not trying to, you know, cover it at odd times. And if nothing else, people will appreciate you being upfront about that. And more than likely, you know, they're going to work with you to get to either help you or to arrange it so that you can get something done. So those are the main ideas for working from home. I think the big one that we forget about is you're in control of your environment. So do whatever you can to make it work for you. You know, and kind of think outside the box. Again, you know, hey, you can put headphones on, block the noise. You can choose where you work. Do you want to stand up every hour? That's great. Do that. You know, think outside the box, do whatever you can because you're in control of it. And so I think that's a really cool advantage that a lot of people don't take full use of.